Yeah, dude, that was that's why like the whole Kanye thing was crazy, because it was like he was so fucking pissed that like she like left him or whatever, and it's like, yeah, but you're still Kanye. Like,
yeah, and then he became a Nazi, and it was like, bro, we see why. Like, fuck, you're not helping.
Well, yeah, then you're like, bro, if you had just not said that, like, if you had just literally not, like, even if you just kept that to yourself, dog, like, you could have still just been like fucking like crazy.
I could have still listened to Graduation. Like everything would have been okay.
Dude, wait,
but you got to say it out loud.
Did you see his like fallback plan or whatever? Like he's correcting it now.
Oh no! Did he come down from his like manic state? And he's like, all right, boys, sure. I'm not a Nazi.
I've just seen like people keep making the same meme about it, and I keep looking, like I was trying to figure out why, and I don't know if this is recent or if this is old, but apparently Jonah Hill saved him.
Oh, I did see something like that. I did.
Yeah, it's like
it was.
Yeah, it's like Kanye just fucking talking all that shit, and then he's like, actually, you know, I saw Jonah Hill in whatever movie, and you know what? Maybe Jewish people aren't so bad.
No, I saw something that showed that was like Jonah Hill made Kanye West like Jewish people again.
Yeah, Jonah Hill single-handedly saved Kanye from being the next Hitler.
Yitler, excuse me.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
bro, that was so wild to me.
It was, dude, I fucking that like podcast where he's saying that is like a gift. That is like a gold mine. I'll just go back to it and just watch it again, because it's so funny just to see Alex Jones be the reasonable guy in the room. It's like Alex Jones. That whole video is like Alex Jones realizing what it's like to interview Alex Jones.
Yeah, he was like, guy, like, this is how you do it subtly. And Kanye was like, no, I love Hitler. And Alex Jones was like, shit.
Yeah, he was like, Alex Jones was like, he was giving him every like escape path possible, and Kanye was like, no.
Yeah, Alex Jones was like, here's a dog whistle, Kanye. Use that. And Kanye was like, I love Nazis personally.
Yeah, he's like, all right, no, wait, you're just like, you're a fashion designer. You just like the outfits. And he's like, no,
he's like,
I'm not talking about the outfits.
I love all people. I love Hitler.
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah, and then Alex Jones has to sit there and be like, all right, well, frankly, that's just too far for me. It's like, Alex Jones is on InfoWars saying your opinion is too far for him.
Alex Jones, what the guy who said school shootings didn't happen, is telling you to settle down.
He's like, bro, all right, that seems a little far-fetched. He's like, dude, the school shooting didn't happen. They're all crisis actors. It's like, what?
Yeah, bro. The people with dead kids, they're CIA bots, dog. Don't listen.
Yeah, they're actually being mind controlled. It's like, that guy insane. Is like, bro, that's a little too far. I wouldn't have said that if I were you. You know what? That's a little too crazy for me, dog. It's like,
yeah, like holy you've gone way too far, bro.
Yeah, dude. Oh my fucking God.
It was. It is a gift to humanity, because I love how like visibly you can see Alex Jones being like, no, like this is how we say that.
Yeah.
and then Kanye's like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I just like, you could see like if you follow the podcast tour like in order, you can see
it gets more degenerate.
You can see it slowly like spiral. So it's like,
so like Nick Mendez, who's like a like out loud Nazi.
Yeah,
whoever that was.
Yeah, he's like, oh, the dude in the blue hoodie.
Yeah, the little like teenager. Yeah, there's a clip of him being like, slavery wasn't even that bad, and like even if it was, who cares? And then he laughs.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude,
like that guy.
That's the thing. That's one of the things I hate about all this fucking internet shit, is that everyone is calling each other Nazis all the time. So I've never watched that dude's videos. I just remember every time I saw people talking about the Kanye. Yeah, I've never watched any of his stuff. Like I've never seen him say anything. But everyone that was talking about the Kanye West thing was like, yeah, him and Nazi Nick Fuentes. And I was like, is he actually a Nazi, or is this just like some shit that people say because they call everything Nazis? But then it was like everywhere I went, even people that were like, they would like never call people Nazis. They were like, Nick Fuentes is a fucking Nazi.
Yeah, no. You were like, is this just virtue signaling Democrats?
Yeah. I was like, are they like, do they really mean it though? Because like, I mean, at this point, like, who isn't a Nazi though? Like if you take the most extreme interpretation, like, but then everyone was like unanimously like, if you look into it, he's fucking Nazi. And it's like,
yeah, dude.
All right. Yeah, it's like, all right, I'll buy that.
You had to be like, wait, what are the liberals saying? Hold on, let me fact check that. Oh shit.
Well, you know what it was? It was like, okay, all right, I hear all the left wing people say he's a Nazi, but I hear them say that about like every guy. Like, it's also the people that are like, Ben Shapiro's a Nazi. It's like, Ben Shapiro's Jewish. Like, you don't have to like him. Like,
yeah, like,
Ben Shapiro,
like let's be accurate. Like, Ben Shapiro is racist. Maybe a fair claim.
It's like,
right? Ben Shapiro hates poor people. Dub. Right? Ben Shapiro's a Nazi? Question mark.
It's like, listen, if you want to be like, I don't like Ben Shapiro because he says this, you could be like, okay, all right, I think that's fair. But like, don't just call him a Nazi, because then he can be like, I'm Jewish, and you're like, oh.
You're like my fault, fam.
The motherfucker that shows up to work every day in a yarmulke is a Nazi. I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, and like sometimes they're leftists who are like trying to make the point but aren't smart enough to know how, but they think they're right anyway, so they go for it. Yeah. So they're like, he's a Nazi, but what they really mean is that like he fucks around with the people who are Nazis. Yeah, or like not actually Nazis, but like kind of that type of ideology, and like he's like their token like Jewish guy is basically what they're trying to say.
Oh, but he platforms Nazis, and it's like, well, that doesn't even fucking count, dog. Like, come on.
Yeah, like we're in America.
Yeah, like
everybody does that.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what you want me to do.
It's like
he's talking to Republicans.
It's like suddenly it's like he's platforming Nazis, and that's not okay. And then it's like, the same motherfuckers will platform some guy that's apologizing for fucking Stalin. It's like, okay, all right, listen, you have no room to talk. You're the guy that's like, listen, Cuba isn't that bad. Like, being a doctor in Cuba is actually awesome. It's like, fuck off, dude. Come on. Like, no.
No, it's crazy. It's like half-baked leftists trying their best.
Yeah, they're like, listen, so the trains run on time, and they actually have a ton of doctors, and it's like, they fucking barely train their doctors, and like they send them to fucking war zones as like mercenaries to do mercenary doctor work. That is not like a good fucking.
It's fucked up to be a doctor.
Yeah, you don't want to be a doctor in Cuba. If being a doctor in Cuba was so nice, why would people try to escape to Florida just fucking fighting like the Coast Guard to stop being a doctor in Cuba?
And Florida's Coast Guard, cuz not just any.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
you're pulling up to Florida.
Yeah, you're pulling up to Florida like you're about to get fucking owned. Like, it is not. You can't just like pull up.
The racism is literally tangible there. The xenophobia is. You can taste it when you show up.
You're eaten by a motherfucker's pet crocodile named racism.
Literally, and he's got a tattoo with shotgun on his ass. Florida people blow my mind,
dude. Oh my god, yeah. But like, it's so I was like, okay, well, I don't know, but it seems like then I listened to people that were like actually sort of reasonable, and they're like, yeah, no, he's a fucking Nazi. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then you hear it from like the conservative people, and they're like, they don't say he's a Nazi, but they say, well, he believes a lot of things that I don't agree with. And you're like, that's a code word for he's a Nazi. That's a code word.
Marjorie Taylor Greene said that, bro.
Yeah, it's like, oh wow, they're on like fucking Tucker Carlson was like, yeah, Nick Fuentes, who says a lot of things that I don't agree with. I'm like, if he was just like a regular like conservative guy, he wouldn't have to preface it with that.
Yeah, they're not challenging any of his opinions because they low key agree.
Yeah, they're like, well, they're not going to tell you.
They don't say it like that.
He's not going to tell you which opinions he disagrees with.
They're like basically Nick's too out loud about it. Yeah, and I have to denounce it. Yeah. Anyway, back to the show.
Yeah, pretty much. So I was like, and then I slowly was like, okay, all right, you know, he probably is.
Yeah, no, I think I saw a video of him like leading a Hail Hitler chant.
Oh my god.
I could be misremembering, but it was something along those lines. I was like, damn, like they weren't like this wasn't like you're a Holocaust denier and they're calling you a Nazi. Like you're actually like trying to be a Nazi.
I like that.
Like you don't even have Nazi opinions. You're just actually
the fact that that's like a distinction that you have to make is like, okay, listen. If you deny the Holocaust, that doesn't necessarily mean you're anti-Semitic. It does mean you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
But like
you crazy opinions.
There's like, there's like, okay, you don't think the Holocaust happened. You're just like wrong. But then after that, there's an even more like deep level where it's like the Holocaust happened and it was good. It's like Jesus.
It's like, yeah, there's a real escalation from a place that I thought we didn't need to escalate from.
Yeah, it's like, you're like the cartoonish guy. Like Nick Fuentes seems like the kind of guy that every political movement has where they go, well, we really need the votes. And
Yeah.
the other side is going to say we're all like this. So we need to just keep him as quiet as possible.
He's my Mao,
but we can't kick him out. Right? Like,
he's my Mao.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, okay, listen, we need the votes. So we're not trying to like push him too far, but we also can't be like on board because both sides just like pointing out the other side's crazy people.
Yeah, it's like a sport at this point.
Yeah, like if Democrats are attacking Republicans, they'll always take the craziest fucking Republicans imaginable and be like, they all think this. And then Republicans are like, here are the craziest Democrats. They're actually just fucking open communists. And that's all of them. And it's like, well, no, that's not really true.
I would I would do anything for the New York what's her name? I can't believe I'm forgetting her name.
Fucking Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh, yes, baby. AOC, I would do anything for AOC. I told my girlfriend, if AOC hits me up, you're gone. 4 years, bye.
Fuck, dude.
Anything for AOC, bro.